All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it with another spiritual observation. This is from the 19th. I'm not sure. February 4th. Says women combat veterans want Pete Hegseth to know that they already passed the test. And I skimmed through this whole article, man, to keep it light and breezy. Basically, it's a bunch of women in the military, formerly in the military, that are complaining about women in combat roles. Hey, it's all fine and dandy. We're at the point now as men where we're just gonna let you just do whatever you want to do and just let the Lord sort it out. So go ahead. May Yahweh Bahashem Hawashai bless all of you masculine ass women with what you want, man. You really don't want it, but you're fronting like you do. And may the Lord send you to every freaking conflict that arises in the coming weeks and months during this great tribulation, man. May, you know what I mean? May you, your household, your nieces, your granddaughters all fight World War III in every freaking conflict that's gonna arise preceding it. All right. Because I skimmed through it, man, and all this shit is talking about none of them are combat proven in actual conflicts and combat, but they are screaming about the training. All right. Oh, we passed the training. We passed the test. We passed the training. We passed the test. Dude was going into, and a lot of men, the instructors at Ranger School, etc. They're saying, hey, the standards were lowered. The standards were lowered. They're not meeting the same standards as men. And there's so many issues that I could get into just dealing with the mentality of men and women and why they differ and why putting women in combat roles, hell, the military period is going to be detrimental for Babylon the Great, man. Okay, they're going to have to do a draft. And again, Lord willing, on the Lord put a spirit on ESAU Edom to use these women to actually fight, man. They're not gonna do it anyway. You can put them in there, but once the bullets start flying and the ground starts shaking, you're gonna see a lot of women retreat, man. A lot of AWOL, a lot of getting pregnant, a lot of just disappearing, man. All right. And they're not going to want to fight no World War III. It's cool to be in Iraq 10 plus years and do a little deployment. And when shit didn't calm down and ain't a whole lot going on, but is it gonna be different with the new war popping off and the new conflicts? You're not gonna like this. You're not familiar with this terrain. You're not set up, Babylon the Great, not set up 10 plus years in China and shit like they were in Iraq and Afghanistan and got hip hop night and McDonald's all over the place, man. There's a lot of women that went out there and do a motherfucking thing. It's a lot of dudes went out there and do a motherfucking thing, man. All right, but this is about the women, all right, and all this fronting and capping, if you will, that Babylon, the great so-called USA, is doing is going to cost them. They've given their strength over to women. They're compromised. This place was such a land of prestige and strength and vigor. And it was always, hey, let the boys be boys and let the girls be girls. And it was great. I guess that was when America was great. It wasn't, you know what I mean? As far as like the boys being boys and being brought up a certain way, tougher, eating better, and wanting to actually fight for their country. People don't want to do that. They're all compromised. They're all settled on their leads. All they care about is football, watching, and beer. Here in Babylon the Great, and I'm not joking about that football shit. That's all Americans care about. They ain't trying to fight no war, let alone a damn woman faking the funk. Who cares about G.I. Jane? And again, that's kind of what that article was going into, man. The fact that they're quote unquote passing these tests to these schools, Ranger, SF, what have you, these combat roles, infantry, what have you. But they're not actually serving in combat roles, if you catch my drift. And it don't even go like that in real war and real combat. Hey man, you gotta make manifest, all right, to go on go on these missions. We just don't set up shop and you're just going out the wire conducting operations, man. I say that to say, motherfucker, we won't even take you out the wire, even if you were a woman. Who's gonna stop us when we're on like downrange and doing what we want to do in a war or operation, dude? We're not taking you out anywhere. You're not gonna make the manifest to go on the mission anyway. So you can be a so-called ranger. When you get down here with the guys, we're not rocking with you, and it's just the reality of the boys being boys. Here in Babylon the Great, again, they have removed that to the point where the young men don't want to fight for this shit. I'm looking at the commercials, the propaganda of the military. All you see is Eve black ass leading the way. That damn near most of the commercial, all you see is a Latino girl or a black girl representing the strength and vigor that is supposed to be the United States of freaking America. This is why you guys are finna get massacred in World War III. They're gonna have their way with you, and it's because you guys have compromised. You're giving your strength over to women, and nobody respects that. You know what I mean? I was in ESAU military in a very prestige unit, and I seen a lot. I can't lie to my brothers in this truth, man. ESAU do have some a remnant of some warriors left. It's fragile right now. They're used and abused, man. But I have seen some real deal. Hey, this is Esau blessing. They're using it the way it's supposed to be done, man. Conducting those operations 3 in the morning, kick in your door, all that old stuff, man. Seen it. The women not ready for that. They can talk all this talk, and it isn't just a physical strength thing. It honestly, it's more of a mentality thing to actually be out there conducting those operations day in, day out. It's one thing to do it in a training environment, but to actually really do it, man, and also dealing with what the hell is ever going on back at home, man. A lot of women not built for all that. The whole period, right? How a woman has her monthly period, that's a issue within the military. That was a big issue why they didn't let women do it in the first place. Not only the physical issues that come with it, but also mentally, man. To be out there not whole, you're out there wounded. We're trying to prevent our personnel from getting wounded, and here you are coming to us with one already, upon you. You guys are through out here, man. I scroll down real quick. It says Hegseth, a former Fox News host who served in the Army National Guard, has made disparaging comments about women. In a podcast interview in '04, he said, "I'm straight up saying we shouldn't have women in combat roles." What's wrong with that? Why do y'all always trying to fake the funk? He didn't say women shouldn't be in the military, and the majority of women in the freaking military don't want no parts of no real deal combat. They're happy with leading men in a pretend way. I mean, or if they don't, they're happy with just having a job, man, getting up. There's dental hygienists, all type of jobs, the medical side, legal, paralegals, all type of stuff that women do. That's so far away from combat. It's only a few women that's screaming that "I am woman, hear me roar" spirit, and it's gonna cost you greatly. And if Babylon had decent leaders, and I'm talking about the so-called elites on down, man, they would see how detrimental this is and stop playing games and let the boys be boys. They would have and use those millions and billions of dollars in their campaign, their military campaigns, to promote and come out with ads that would cater to the young white man or young black man or young brown man. But instead, what do? Give us a lot of weak ass commercials with women. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's sick to play around like that. This is one area you ought not to play around. It's one thing, women's rights and feminism movement, but it's a whole nother thing when you talking about war. And what are we prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah? That's all that's coming to this place: war, conflict, confusion, division. All right, the Lord prophesied this in Matthew 24th chapter. All these things will be coming. So it will behoove a wise man to foresee the evil and to prepare himself for the battle. Esau Edom not doing that. He's not preparing at all. Matter of fact, he's stretching his damn military thin. He too busy trying to worry about the damn Israelites that he's unaliving his own people and spreading his military just all throughout the freaking world, man. And in the midst of that, they'll get attacked and they're just going to have more problems on their hands than a little bit, all because they're compromised compromised. They're not focused. They're not serious anymore. They're settled on their leads and playing it and chasing money instead of, keeping that integrity and upholding what's supposed to be the land of the free. And people used to so-called fight for that, man. This land of the free and opportunity. And now people don't even want to fight for this place because they see that this isn't the land of the free. This isn't the land of opportunity. Matter of fact, this is the land of freaking oppression and theft. All right, and this is what the Lord has been showing us through the scriptures, man. All right, this is the book of Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings. And we finna see these kings destroyed because they gave their strength over to women instead of holding it down and letting the boys be boys, laying the law down, ruling with a rod of iron. Say, hey, women, this is the way it's gonna be. And I'm sure that the majority, even the women that want to do combat roles, eventually, especially when the bullets really start flying, they'll be fine with the role that they have. You know what I mean? It's only a few G.I. Janes out there, period. And the rest of them don't even want no parts of it. So why are they constantly promoting the weaker vessel to be like? Why are they assessing? Why don't you guys go ahead and start like campaigning for real guys? Start handing out money instead of paying the fucking NFL players. Why don't y'all pay you some of that money and pay these damn military guys that's finna fight this World War III? Oh, Father is setting great dignity here. That's why y'all rather play games and spend millions of dollars on football players that do absolutely nothing for us, by the way, but entertain us. And the Lord is pretty soon going to put a spirit on people to see that and stop fucking watching the fucking sports all the goddamn time and know what time it is. And you guys are going to be America's biggest fucking threat, you NFL basketball playing niggas. You know what I mean? The Lord pretty soon going to put, I'm telling you, the Lord's going to put a spirit upon the inhabitants of Babylon the Great to see that you guys ain't our friends neither. They don't see it yet. The people don't see it. LeBron and all you clowns that they worship, eventually they're going to say, you know what? We're poor. We're hungry, and that guy has been playing around in our face the entire time. Let's get him. Yeah, and then it's just gonna pop off from there and there and there, man. But the whole point being, not giving the strength over to women, because those ways destroy kings is countless, man. Of accounts of men, even men of our nation, that have been destroyed because of giving their strength into a woman. Hell, we got put in that predicament by listening to the philosophies that Eve got from the freaking world, man. All right, because of her beauty, we decided to listen to her, whatever it is, because she calmly, whatever, her body, the way she smelled, just the essence of a woman, led us to be compromised. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen to Esau Edom. He's too busy trying to say, oh, you can do no wrong, woman, do anything you want to do, long as we can bow down and worship you, because that's what this is really all about. Letting the woman do whatever because you're weak and you're compromised and you want to worship the woman instead of it being the other way around. And especially with something so important, this ain't damn shopping that we're talking about. This is, pertaining to war, and it's all that's coming, real deal, bloody, actual war. And everybody's so used to Babylon the Great playing around, movies, Hollywood, etc., pretending that they don't know, like, have no offense to you, but to you fellas and shit like that, but not necessarily brothers in the truth. But I'm talking about like civilian. Y'all niggas don't know what a war is. Y'all don't know what a big military operation, is. Look how they bug out, like, the people when they see military vehicles, even just on trains, they be filming it and bug the hell out. If you don't stay like near a military base, you're probably not used to seeing military troops. The people that stay near these bases and shit, they're used to seeing the uniforms and the vehicles and shit. You people are not ready for no real deal conflict, man. You football watching niggas out here that don't know the name Yahweh Shema Shai, but you know all these stats. You're a man fan, dog. You're a man fan. You know what I mean? That's all you are, a man fan. You're a fan of men instead of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, serve the Lord. You know what I mean? And He'll put men under you. But of course, you don't have a rulership mentality, so you're okay with being a regular citizen. You're okay with being, less than. We're trying to go all the way up to the top, man. Under Malaki Hawashai, man, trying to be at that 144,000, and we're starting to see things very clear now. And you guys, Lord willing, we're probably those first fruits, and it's starting to manifest that you're probably not, because you guys act like children. We're starting to see our maturity level increase and yours decline, and it's looking like you guys are a bunch of children. I'm talking about 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all act like children. Just game playing. All Jake want to do, drive fast cars. I mean, he's dressing even weirder than he was with the skinny jeans, man. These ill-fitting clothes that Jake is wearing now, these velour suits or whatever they are, man. I just seen a dude in a pink one, man. But oh man, like, come on, dude. Got the pink ill-fitting suit on, man. I don't know what it's called. Not a jumpsuit. I don't know what you want to call that little. I don't know what it is, man. Jake, he's getting even weirder, man. He's compromised. We gotta get out of here, man. Jake, weird right now, man. But we'll keep it moving. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 22, and then verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, and that goes into like literally how they dress, but also just the mentality. And we see how things are upside down in Babylon the Great, man. Hey, in the military world, especially, you got all these women, drill sergeants and sergeant this and sergeant that, and lieutenant colonel, major this and major that, and they be black women, so-called Latino women, man, or white women, leading men, so-called, but never in combat units, by the way. They, you might have a. Not in real life, bro. Nothing, zero. And that's how it go. Boots on the ground. Ain't no women leading no men. Never. All right. Not no boots on. Not no real. They can uphold the position of power and authority. But when I'm saying ain't no woman leading no men, you can uphold a fucking position all you want. You ain't boots on the ground pointing at that door saying get on that door. Let's get on that target, etc., etc. You're a pretender, and it's gonna get exposed, and you're gonna see how detrimental it is to be a liar. All right, stop lying. This isn't for you. I'm gonna bring it out next though. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. In a military uniform, period, it pertains to a man. Again, they probably should have a women's corps, like just for women, and just let the military be combat and direct combat support, man. And then they just be all men in those positions, and then the women can uphold all the rest of that: dental hygienist, paralegal, paper pusher, secretaries, whatever the hell it is, laundry specialist, all that old shit. You know what I mean? That's how it probably should have been done. But instead of thinking like that, being a man, being serious about war and how serious that these conflicts are, Babylon the Great don't see it like that. The leaders don't see it like that. They rather pretend unto their detriment, man. They're gonna pretend until this whole place utterly ultimately is obliterated via the war, the nuclear missiles shot off in this coming war, man. Because y'all niggas want to play around and pretend. Just a pretender. We don't respect that shit. Like, if you're gonna be wicked, at least just come on with it. You know what I mean? Instead of hiding and pretending like you some righteous man. You can just say you wicked, that you want to oppress us, and we respect that a lot more. The Lord, this is Exodus 15:3. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, Bahashem Yahawashi. And that's something that we got to learn about Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, man. He is a man of war. So, of course, if you can believe what you want, but I know our power say that this truth, war, all that is for men. We didn't have no female warriors. We didn't have bald-headed, so-called Wakanda bitches. I ain't even watched that goofy movie. When I seen them women and they trying to be like, oh, these the Israelite women. Nah, that ain't representing us. That's them representing them Hamite bald-headed warrior women. Do you see? The Lord wouldn't give his beautiful, supposed to be beautiful, set apart, daughters over to picking up a damn spear, shaving their head, and going to war. That's crazy. Rest with us. Look how the Lord treat his women. All right. I don't want to say his women, his daughters. All right. Keep you far away from that. And he'll put the spirit on the boys to do so. We'll want to do it. First and foremost, we want to go out there and war because it's in our nature to do that. We've been doing it since we was little boys. You know what I mean? I'm not saying war is pretty or nothing, but we are willing to do it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai way more than a woman is willing to do it, man. But again, the Lord is a man of war. This is what we're prophesying is coming, and this is what people ought to be preparing for. First and foremost, we're preparing spiritually, but these idiots need to be preparing carnally, loading up, locking and loading, getting them on vehicles in tip top shape, man, because it's getting ready to go down and looking like leading the way for Babylon the Great, the woman. All right, she finna got now get in her corner and do her thing, I guess. And we're here for it. You know what I mean? We're all here for it. We can't go get them, Eve. You know what? Matter of fact, we'll just stay back in the rear and just take care, you know what I mean, what's happening back here. And you gals get out there and go fight, man. Hey, give them hell, girls. Give them hell, gals. You know what I mean? Keep your head down when need be, man. Mark those targets, all right, and conduct those operations until it's over with, day in, day out. Now, all right. Remember, ain't no coming back. You know what I mean? To playing around, you should have kept it when you had the opportunity, man. All right. Preach peace, but what y'all want to do? Fake the funk, act like men. The Lord's finna give you over to that, man. Here pretty soon. All right. Let's go to the book of Matthew 10:34, and it reads, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. What we're prophesying for. I come to set man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household." But we go back up to verse 34. All right, the Lord said he didn't come to send peace, but a sword, being symbolic for division and war. And that's what we're prophesying, man. Babylon the Great, not just World War III. Hey, he'll have other conflicts. There'll be other nations going at it too. We speak so much about Babylon the Great because we live here, but there's other nations on this earth that are going to be going to war as well, man. Right, that's what's happening. That's what we're prophesying. But the big one, World War III, when the majority of these nations are going to get involved, and it's just going to be a mess. Yeah, ultimately they're going to get their sights set on this place and aim those missiles. But hey, this is a world war. It's going to be conflicts arising, a nation against nation. Look at World War One, World War II. It wasn't just one nation just going against another. It was a freaking mess, man. You got troops dropping out the sky everywhere, shit blowing up. Check out the documentary of World War One and World War II. It was a freaking mess, and this is what y'all want to do at the biggest war, the last showdown. Y'all want to send women out here? That's fine. Do it. We're tired of hearing this shit. We're tired of hearing the woman complain about not being equal or whatever. Fine, you're equal. That ain't what the Lord say. But here in Babylon the Great, fine, you got it. You're equal. Get your ass out there. Stop complaining. We don't want to hear it no more. Put that damn rucksack on and get the marching up. You know what I mean? Up and down, day in, day out, up and down. Let's go. All right, carry on, carry on, shit. Let's go, day in, day out. Here we go again. I mean, a woman, she wants the glory that comes with being a man. She's so obsessed with us, but she don't want. Just like being Jake, man, just like being an Israelite. People want the glory, the salt, but they don't want the hardship that come with being so-called black and brown, man, especially as black. And you brown, you so-called brown just now catching it, man. And y'all gonna see what time it is. All right, 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Give honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. And that's the point. The woman being the weaker vessel, man. All right, she's subject. And not just physically. That's what a unlearned individual, her mind or his mind will go straight into the physical aspect of it. Now that's a part of it. You know what I mean? Our genetic makeup are different. We are like genetically stronger. Who cares but a woman? Like, we don't care. We don't walk around the earth as men like gloating how strong we are over women and children. You guys, you women are so obsessed with our power, the little bit of power that we do have over you, physically, and you're coveting that and you want it. And it's sick. You need to sit down somewhere. You're finna get your head blown off. We try and tell you that war ain't no joke. Look at all these men in the fought these wars. Look at Vietnam. And look how effed up they are to this day. My last chick I was dealing with, Pops was in Vietnam. He's all effed up, falling out the bed. You know what I mean? And that was in the damn 60s and 70s, man. Vietnam. That dude's all, he's still dealing with that shit. Look at the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. They're all effed up, man. You may not, but if you really examine, oh man, they're effed up, man. Why do you think that is? And they fought those wars. They shot back, They got blown up. They went on them convoys and things like that. They really did that, but they came back effed up, can't function barely. You think this is a game? You know what I mean? And if you really, really just hear the real deal stories of any freaking conflict, it'll tighten you up. Just like hearing stories about prison shit tighten you up. Oh, I probably don't want to go in here. Oh, you seeing unalive bodies the first day you come in here. Oh, I'm straight. Same thing with war. Oh, your battle buddy, if you want to call it that, your friend, okay. Oh, he got hit with an RPG, split in half, and it was so much blood in the vehicle that you had to like pour it out. You know what I mean? It looked like gallons and gallons of. Oh, okay. That's what you want. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all think y'all want because y'all been watching it on Hollywood all the freaking time. Fucking Halloween and Scream. These slasher movies, man. The whole John Wick culture of the white man in that freaking sword doing karate moves and shooting everybody. And y'all have, you think that this is how it's gonna go. You've been watching these movies for so long. You think that you can do this, man. You've been playing Call of Duty so long that you think you're really tactical like that. In real life, once you put that equipment on, it's going to get real. If you warring in the middle of winter, shooting that weapon, it's going to get real. Your hand's going to freeze off. Sure, it's going to warm up. That sword definitely going to warm up, man. But that shit be cold in the winter, man. Like, you just ain't picking up equipment and changing out magazines like in the movies or video games, man. So you guys that have all these weapons and ammo, come on, bro. I've told you can only shoot two somewhat accurately at once. Really, just one accurately. All those weapons you got, if you got 30 plus weapons, what are you gonna do with them all, man? You can only shoot one. You gonna blow your load. Look at the dude, Money Man, a rapper. He's an absolute clown to me, man. All he talk about is weapons and the money that he gets spending it on. Nigga, you ain't been in a firefight a day in your motherfucking life, nigga. My day in your life, nigga, got lasers and red guns and all type of just a goofy. And that's the spirit on most of our people when it comes to this sword. They're obsessed with it. It's become a fashion accessory. And you got to get it out their hands. You got to get the sword out of Eve's hands, man. You guys are unstable trying to cap like the veterans are the unstable ones. No, it's you clowns. You civilians. While you brothers that's in the truth ain't civilians, man. All right, but you clowns out here, you civilians, walking around here, ain't been in no type of war, no type of conflict, but got a damn big old whatever you got, big 4-5 on your hip, Eve, and be out here unaliving people just because you're unstable. See, if you didn't have that weapon, Eve, you wouldn't unalive that girl off of that little street fight that y'all had going on, that little whack ass internet beef that y'all had, a couple words. Now you done unalive the girl because you had a sword on you and you're an unstable creature. And you shouldn't have that much power. But the Lord's getting ready to deal with all this shit here pretty soon, man. And I for one, can't wait. Okay? And then we'll just bring this out and leave it. And I'm getting upset through the spirit. But we got to just remember, man. Hey, the Lord is finna deal with this pretty soon, man. Proverbs 6, and take these times, these moments, man, of peace somewhat to learn something, man. Come back to Yahweh Hashem Hawashai before that destruction and that confusion hits this place, because it's going to be messy. And all that pretending, everybody that's pretending to be a believer of the Lord, exposed. Pretending to be a man, exposed. Pretending to be a woman, exposed. Children pretending to be grown, right? Exposed, and the Lord gonna deal with it. You know what I mean? But this is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And look at the women with a stretched forth necks and that haughty ass spirit. A lot of you chicken heads is going to the war too. Lord willing, man, that draft is gonna get ugly. And the Lord say it was gonna be a time like the earth. It's a light thing for the Lord to put a draft. He's already shown his power by doing that. It's nothing. It is a light thing, and that draft could get real ugly. Did you not see how it went before? Man, they did it lottery style. Put names in the motherfucking contraption, spent it around, and caught out birthdays, man. Yeah. It'd be even worse. Like, hey, your birthday, whoever was born on July 28th, everybody within this certain age range, come on out here. You're going to Vietnam. It's gonna be even worse, man. And again, Babylon the Great has already stretched his members thin. So it's just gonna be a mess. I can't stress that enough. And we want to make sure we're on the right hand side of this thing and don't get caught up. Because this man Esau Edom, oh, he compromised. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.